see you too so much. Thank you for joining me today.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's great to be here.
Yeah. So Shellie, I've kind of talked a little bit about you and how I just love the Alder Healing Center
Oh,
and how beautiful it is. But
thank you.
could you tell everyone a little bit about you and why you went the way you did?
In terms of my practice,
Yeah.
do you guys have a few years? Absolutely. So, as Judy said, and thank you for having me on your show today. I own Alder Healing Center, and what we offer is natural solutions for health for the body, mind, and spirit. And ever since I was a little girl, I remember being 7 years old, and who in God's name would even think of wanting a healing center? But I've always wanted to have a healing center and had no idea what that really looked like. Is later on I started journaling and what would it look like? I'd see spas on TV and I'd be like, oh, I kind of like the swimming pool, but I don't like the tennis. And oh, there's yoga, and oh, there's this. And so I used to write about it. So it's many years later, and after my second husband, I was talking to my sister, and I'm like, I just don't know what I want to do. The kids are all gone, and I can do anything I want to do because I want to do it, not because I have to do it. And she's like, well, you always wanted a healing center. I'm like, no, I didn't. She's like, oh, yeah, you did. And I'm like, well, how do you know about this? She's like, I used to read your journals. So that I know, right? I said, I'll wait till I see you again next. And so that really began my journey. And then there's the intuitive part of me and just understanding that, and the spiritual part of me, and like the exploration of that, and how do you protect yourself, and navigating through all the different things of life, all the good, the bad, the traumas, and then creating a bridge from where you're at to where you want to go. And one of the things that we're really masterful at in our practice is creating a bridge where people will come in and they'll say they're here in their life and they want to get to M or to Z and they don't know how to get there. We're really great at giving you tools or providing you with tools to help you to get to your journey. And so I absolutely love that I get to do that every day. I get to make a difference in people's lives in so many different ways. And what's also cool is I've always wanted to be a detective, and I get to be a detective with your house. So to me, that's super cool. So that's where I've gotten today, where I'm at today. So now we've got Alder Healing Center. We're located in Lombard. There's we have 5 other practitioners that are here now, and we're finally at the place. Most of them are back. Some aren't coming back to the end of August due to vacations and whatnots. But it's so great being back to work. So, yeah. And then,
Absolutely.
Judy, how did we meet again? How did we connect?
We met through LinkedIn.
That's right. You messaged me, and we kind of went back and forth a little bit, and now we're kind of like this.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And I just have to say that you were my first live appointment after the quarantine.
I must be
so
special.
I hadn't. You are, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to see this lady. She's got an office with people coming in and out, and oh my gosh, what's this going to be like?
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that we really made that connection.
Yeah, me too.
And I haven't done another one, so you're my one and only.
Ooh, okay. Well, it was a great one, that was for sure. And I love, like for me, what sparked my interest in you was not just that you reached out to me, because I get a lot of people that reach out to me, but there was something about what you wrote, about what you're passionate about and what your mission in life is, and that you wanted to touch 1 million people's lives in the world of health and well-being. And it's like that's symbiotic or in alignment with, I hadn't really thought about how many I want to touch. I want to touch as many as I can. But I just love that is what your heart is. And then, of course, then there's products and services and, some of the side roads to what we both bring to the table for anybody and everybody that would be interested in talking to us. Yeah.
And absolutely. And I shared my health journey actually before you came on. So if you want to watch this, I don't know that you know all of it. So, you know, I had my own health journey. Could you tell us a little bit about really about our meeting and really what that entailed?
Well, sure. So, and I'll probably have to ask you what the device is called again. And I have been so busy working on so many different projects and things, and I knew that Judy and I had an appointment together, and I had forgotten that she was actually bringing her
Max Pulse.
Say that again.
Max Pulse.
Max Pulse with her. And so I just thought we were meeting and talking about what we're going to cover on the Shellie Life program, forgetting that she was bringing her device. And I'm like, oh, okay, I forgot about that. So I'm glad I had reserved the time. But the cool thing is what I didn't know. And so we think we know what we know about our health, or we know things about our body, or things may be off in a certain area, and we may equate it to, well, that's just because of stress, or that's just because I didn't have breakfast, or it might be because you got a lot on your plate, or maybe you've been sleeping a lot and not really knowing why. But it could be we make up what we think it is because I don't want to say we're know-it-alls, but we think we know our bodies pretty well, right?
Yeah.
Until we have like that Max Pulse done, and what it showed, I was actually surprised at, and then as I thought about it, I wasn't surprised, but I was really surprised because I thought my heart's pretty good, and you know, my energy, you know, I've been fatigued and tired and emotionally drained, like a lot of people that I've been doing virtual appointments with and all of that. And I've been working long hours because I've been restructuring things for, you know, so it's like I'm building up why I'm tired, not knowing that your test results showed that I was, okay, like a number 4 and 80%. Was that 86% potential blockage or blockage?
Well, blockage in 86% of your body had that sine wave.
Yeah. And so what hit home to me is that I have been tired, I'm going to say pretty much my whole life. I push myself to do things and accomplish things because I have a mission and I'm here for a purpose. And I've been to doctors to figure out, well, years ago, I was diagnosed with, I would literally fall asleep standing up. So that's how tired I would get. My father had his, I don't think we even talked about this, but my father would get blood transfusions because and it wasn't like he was bleeding internally or anything, but his iron would always drop so low. And my iron, I would give blood, and I stopped giving blood because my iron would be too low. But nobody ever said anything like, hey, maybe you should be taking iron or anything like that. The surprising thing, after the tests that we did, it's like, okay, so we started talking about cholesterol and capillary arteries and things like that. I'm not a heart, I'm a whole body person. I'm not specific, and I'm a colon person. So that's my specialty areas, right? And energy work. So, but the heart energy work, yes, but on a physical level, no. And so, you know, and I was thinking and looking at my body, and it's like, okay, my right leg looks like one huge bruise because of broken veins and not varicose veins, but broken veins. And so there's a product that has that stimulates nitric oxide in the body, right?
Yep.
And so I decided, well, I'm going to give this. I've tried lots of things, and I thought, well, I'm going to give this product a whirl and see what, if anything happens or if anything's different. So just so you guys have a sense of my history, is I was born with respiratory issues. So breathing has always been an issue for me. My mom would have my crib at an incline so I could actually sleep at night. I've been always known to have chronic bronchitis. I've had pneumonia 4 times. I've had issues with my kidneys because of just to give you a short synopsis of, I've dealt with a lot. I've had lots of surgeries, and nothing has really worked. And then a chronic cough. So the main thing was my energy levels. I have a lot on my plate, owning a business, having 6 other therapists. Then there's my personal life, my family life, and all of that, right? And
Right.
so I just figured I just needed a vacation. Like, somebody take me off this planet because I need a timeout. Send me to the corner of the universe somewhere, please. And so Judy gave me a couple samples of, and shoot, I don't have it in here. What's the name of the product?
Pro-9 Plus.
The Pro RJ Plus.
Yeah, Pro-9 Plus.
And so she left the office. I took it right away, and I'm like, oh, I'm a little more perkier. So went to bed that night. I had the second one because she gave me 2. I took the second one, and she says, be careful not to take this too close at night. And I'm like, yeah, right. And so I just took a little bit of it in the glass. I had a hard time falling asleep. I wasn't expecting that. And then that night I noticed my leg was aching. It was in a lot of pain. What also with the leg with the broken veins, it's like the muscle tissue was becoming hard. And so mobility was becoming an issue with my leg and my lower back and just everything. So I noticed that night I was in a lot of pain with my leg. And I woke up the next morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. I usually struggle to wake up. I woke up at 6 a.m. ready to go. I actually finished my laundry. I did a few other things I normally wouldn't do before I leave the house. I got to the office. I got through a lot of my paperwork, had a great day with my clients, came home and started reorganizing my home. And seriously, my routine was I would get up, I would go to work, I'd come home, I'd go to bed, I'd wake up, I'd go to work, I'd go home and go to bed. I can't tell you how great it was to get up and have energy and there's a difference between waking up and having energy and you're still dragging yourself. And there's a difference with waking up and having energy and wanting to do something. I actually wanted to do something. So I was like, okay, let's see if this continues. So I made an investment, bought the product, and I've been consistent with taking two a day. And I find that even in the night, and it's so interesting, people that know me know not to call me after a certain time because I'm sleeping, and I'm still up at 10, 11 at night doing stuff. And it's so great to actually be doing stuff. And I'm just going to share one more thing about this is, I moved to where I'm at over a year ago, and in the living room still had a ton of boxes I hadn't gone through. I've actually gone through half of them now. I'm so excited. So I'm like, this is like better than any, it's just amazing. And I can tell when my body's detoxing because I'm breaking out a little bit here. I know that's part of the detoxing cycle. Yeah. So I find ways where I can feel I'm detoxing, and then my sleeping, I haven't noticed much difference, but the biggest thing I've noticed is during the day, I'm much more clear in my thinking. I have a whole lot more energy. I'm clear as I'm working with my clients, and I'm not finding that I'm getting exhausted like around 2 or 3 or needing a nap in the middle of the day. I just have the consistent energy to keep going, which is also helping me making better choices when I'm choosing what I'm going to eat and put in my body. I know I've been talking like I
love it. I love it. Yes. So, I always love to hear those stories, and everyone's story is different, and that's the amazing thing, you know. And I think you even asked me how long will it take for me to feel a difference? Yes.
It was immediate. Like the thing I noticed was that the afternoon I had energy, and just the surprising thing is that I had And it's not like energy where it spikes you up and it drops you down. It's like an energy that is sustaining you. So it's not affecting your blood sugars. In fact, it really helps you manage your blood sugars better. I don't know how it does that, but it does. And then I'm noticing like the cravings are different, and it really was immediate. And a lot of times with some of the other products out in the world, I'll just say it may be a month or 2 or 3 and people don't notice much of a difference. So I'm really grateful and excited and glad that you're not waiting forever for results, and you can have results almost I'm going to say instantaneously, because that's how it showed up for me.
That's so great to hear. And it doesn't work that way for everyone. So, I'm so glad it did for you. I have talked to people that never felt a difference, but their health levels have been improved. Their cholesterol, their blood pressure, has improved. So, it's so great to hear your story. And now that you are going to be able to help so many other people with cardiovascular health, besides the stuff you do with gut health, and and the heart and the mind, right? They're connected.
Yeah, and the gut too. Like when one's out, it's going to affect the other. And
absolutely. And yeah, our gut really, if we don't have good gut health, we have no health, right?
Absolutely.
So, and the same thing goes with our heart. So, that's just, it's the perfect combination. So being able to help your patients and, the people also that are close in your life.
Yeah. I'm excited to actually have that available. So, yay.
My guest today. I so appreciate it. And you can reach Shellie at the Alder Healing Center, and she has her phone number up here, 630-328-3928. And so if you have any challenges with circulation or with any gut health issues, energy issues, not just physical energy, but our life energy. Yes, she's really the person to talk to, because she's got the experience and she's got the knowledge, and more than that, she's really got the heart.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to be on your program, Judy.
Thank you for being here, Shellie. And we'll see everybody next time at Health at Noon with more information about heart health and the immune system. And, maybe we'll bring Shellie back sometime and talk about gut health too.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So you have a great day, Shellie, and keep helping people.
I will. You too, Judy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.